This meeting is being recorded.
Hello.
This meeting is being recorded.
This is interesting. Everybody looks really serious today. Fuck, I ain't got no Valentine's Day date. I'll be on this damn session with Brian. Or maybe you have a super hot date after the session. Who knows? Maybe you're serious because you're thinking about that. I'm obviously in a big hurry. So I've been listening. Strangely, been listening in the group to your posts, your questions. There's a mix. The people that are commenting that they're either having this incredible, oh my God, breakthrough shift movement, blah, 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 and other people saying, oh my God, I'm going through deep fucking shit here. And other people that don't want to say anything because they're like, I think I'm not getting it. Everybody else is getting it, but I'm not getting it. And those of you thinking that, you're like, how did he know? So, let me mute everybody again here. Somebody joined that wasn't muted. It's okay. Awesome. Interesting. Jill, for some reason, it's not allowing me to mute you. So if you will please mute yourself. Jill came on with some kind of superpower. What's up with that? So everybody, if you're on speaker view, then you're you're going to see me right now because I'm speaking, I think. If you are in gallery mode, you're going to see beside Dev, you're going to see my daughter who is here from South Carolina, finally subjecting herself to the days in Hawaii with me herself. Woo, hoo, 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 hoo. Everybody say, hi, Crystal. Love you, girl. She's even on the session with us, Dan. She's serious. So sometimes during sessions, and very often, especially at the beginning, I like to just look at y'all individually, each of you and all of you, and just really soak it in. And I suggest you do that sometimes. Be really present, switch over to gallery mode, and really kind of just look across and tune in to everybody. And especially if you're breathing deep, you're present, and you allow yourself to kind of sort of think and feel, wait, that's me. That's me. Remember that thing about if I was born to those two people under those stars at that astrological moment, if I was raised by them, and I would do what they did, right? Well, you're looking at it. What if you let that in? Every face you see here is literally a mirror of you under different circumstances. Oh, we wouldn't have to talk about much on this session. If you just did that right now, if you just breathed deep, you looked at all these crazy fucks in front of you. Oh my God, what is that? What's wrong with her? Oh, wait, that's me. What if nothing's wrong? Ooh, I just realized I am not on the best network. I just had a couple glitches. Everybody bear with me for a second. Pause the recording too.
This meeting is being recorded.
All right, that ought to be much more better. I noticed everybody freezing at the same time, which meant it was my connection. So I caught the clue. Thank you. All right. Hilton, welcome, buddy. John, you hearing okay now? Got your audio working again? Nope. If anybody's Facebook friends with John or connected with him, maybe you can try to private chat him here and just let him, when all else fails.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No, on my computer, I can talk to you, but I'm not getting no sound from you. I'm listening on my phone.
Oh, okay. Good enough. All right. That is commitment. You found the way. So, first thing I want to say as I'm getting into the groove with you guys now is, I know I'm not supposed to say this, and since I don't give a shit about those kind of rules, I'm going to say it. I am, more than any program I've ever done, and I've never done a program where I didn't think every minute, how do I deliver the absolute utmost here? Never have. More than any program I've ever done, if we ended this program right where we are, and you went through those first couple sessions over and over and over with total presence, I have done my part. Anybody here that don't get more value than you paid for out of what we've done already ain't paying attention. Now, some of you are nodding and agreeing. Some of you are like, geez, arrogant ass. You guys just don't know me well enough yet. It's not that. I'm much more arrogant than that. Just kidding. So my intention for today is that you multiply what you've gotten so far. You can add to it, like there's nothing to it. If you sit and look at me and look at the other people and breathe deep enough, you can add significantly. What I want to do is I want to start out by inviting someone who truly feels, a few of you nodded your heads, one or more people who feel, I think I know who the first one's going to be, who really feels that they already did get more than what this program costs. Okay, somebody who feels that way genuinely and wants to say why. Whole bunch of hands went up. I want to see who wants to say why. Okay, I'm going to go with Karen first. She made a comment, by the way, a couple minutes ago that I saw. All right. So Karen, when we do this, I want to be really clear about my intention for doing that, because I could be doing anything right now, right? I could be pulling somebody in for a spell break. I could be starting to teach. I could just be sitting looking at you all more. And I chose to focus on this. How more has already been done and delivered and given in this program, more than anybody paid for. Now, those of you who are wondering why is he focused? I mean, we could be doing something else. Why is he talking about that? What the? Be honest with yourself and honor your. Wow, I do kind of feel that way. Why couldn't we be doing something else? Just check in, and then see if that is a way that you've ever thought before in any other situation in your life. Might that be something that you've run before? Like, why are they doing that? Because whenever you're wondering, you're never present to what's going on. So please check in. If you don't know why, you're doing great. As long as you're not wondering why, you just stay present to what is happening and let it happen. Okay, so bear with me for a minute, Karen. So there is a moment of ultra diamond platinum teaching that I can drop in right here about presence. Everyone who hasn't watched the video about Be the Dog, anyone who hasn't seen that presence video yet, it is in the lists. Is it not? Those of you that are paying attention, it is in. Okay, so the presence video. If you haven't watched that, I cannot recommend it highly enough. Well, Brian, goddamn, I don't have time to just watch all your videos day and night. Well, quit all that other dumb shit you're doing that's making your life miserable and put some more time into this. It's what you came for, right? Watch that video. Watch that video. Now, I'm going to say something that before you watch the video, while you're watching the presence video, and after you watch the presence video, this can multiply that. You're never not in the infinite, unlimited, unraveling miracle. There's never a second that you're not in the midst of infinite possibilities, in a state of infinite grace, infinite potential to change anything and everything the way you want it to be. You get that? Kind of, sort of, maybe a little bit. Some of you, the rest of you are just going to look at me. I can do that shit too. There's never a septillionth of a second that you're not in the place of infinite possibilities. The only question is, how present will you allow yourself to be to it so that you can actually relax in and find those knobs and dials so that you can change the things you want. Oh, a couple of the people that were just looking at me just gave me some signals. Okay, you got that a little bit, yeah? You can get it more if you want. You, Natalie, Jessica, Mira, Deborah, you are infinite, unlimited being. You're not an infinite, unlimited. The English language is kind of weird. You are infinite, unlimited being now. Always now. Always in a state. The unending, ever-present state, Renita, of infinite possibilities. Now, always. While you frantically try to escape the last minute that you're no longer in, while you desperately hope for a better next minute, what am I going to eat later? I'm still with you, Karen. Thank you for bearing with me. You know me by now. While you regret and resent the last minute and fret and worry and hope about the next one, taking all of your power out of the one you're in, so that you don't know. When I say this, I'm telling you, you're infinite, unlimited being in the moment right now of infinite possibilities. You're like, could you get to the good shit? Get to the part where it's fun, and then I know what to do in the next minute. Those of you that ain't smiling, just pretend that you're happy for a minute. Pretend that that you're liking what's going on here. Get that fucking smile on your face. Okay. Seriously. If you have a genuine complaint, interrupt me and speak it. Type it in the chat, Brian. If you have a genuine complaint, otherwise, that look on your face that says, I have a dead fucking rat in my mouth, that's not serving you. Some of you hearing me? Anybody? Anybody hearing me? Kind of hearing me a little bit? Okay, that look on your face that's evidencing what you're running in your mind right now. Does he ever comb his fucking hair? What is that? Hey, man. And when's he going to get to the... Can he button his fucking shirt? It's got to be something better. I can't believe I joined this program. And all these other people, they're getting it. I'm not getting it. Eventually, he's going to get to the good shit. So when you're sitting there in front of your baby, changing the diaper, and she moves and your fingers are in shit. Oh my God, some of you smiled for that. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Okay, in that moment, when you were about to take a bite out of your whatever it was and it goes on your white shirt and you were late for the thing you were on the way to. When you sit down to take a crap and you go, wait, oh man, I don't really have to yet. Why'd I come in here and sit down? I don't have to. Now I've got to be there in 10 minutes and then I'm going to have to crap. And then when you're in that moment, notice that poop was present in two of those. I don't know why. Definitely because of you, not me. I'm just the innocent channeler here. That moment when you're laying down wanting to sleep and you start to think about this thing. That moment when that asshole yells at you again after you said, if they yell at me again, I'm going to leave. Well, fuck, they're yelling at me, but I'm not going to leave. I'll leave later. But in that moment, you're in the holy one moment of infinite possibilities. No, as soon as this diaper change is over, I will be back into infinite possibility. No, you're missing the whole thing. Do you hear me? Now, you can be honest with yourself without beating up on yourself. How many of the infinite unlimited minute have I been missing? Cheating myself out of waiting for the moment when the time will be right for me to do something when everything else is, well, I don't know when, but I might know then. And by the way, what time is my show on? 7 on Thursday. Breathe deep enough to switch your brain back on consistently so that the whole thing comes on. Breathe deep enough that your systems go, oh wait, okay, I'm here. Breathe deep enough that you relax enough. Your body and your presence all becomes cool and calm and relaxed and spacious, and your mind sharpens and clarifies. And now here you are. The state of infinite possibilities. You just keep letting that expand and you will wake up. No psychedelics required, though they can be very fun and helpful. Okay. I don't want Karen to say what she's about to say and you be sitting there thinking you're bullshit. It's enough that I can say what I say and you're sitting there thinking you're bullshit. Let's don't do that to Karen, shall we? Now everybody check your face. Check your face. Have you been habitually frowning? Have you been habitually? I'm going to make it really evident and clear that I'm not really buying this. I'm here, but I'm not gullible. Can everyone see? Can everyone see that I'm not gullible? Do I look ungullible enough to be safe right now? That's what I'm really wondering. And it's really funny because others are going, I hope I look like I agree enough that everybody is happy that I'm here. Do I look like I'm nodding? Most of what he says I'm smiling. Please don't ever try to make me feel good. Does anybody, please be honest, does anybody get that this is the good shit? This is the good shit, man. This is the good shit. If you let it be. Every moment is the infinite, unlimited perfection of you showing up in front of you for you to give your presence to and move beyond. Of course, that's not what we've normally chosen up to now, is it? So Karen, my friend, my love, my sister, why, how is it that you've already gotten more than the full price of this program? What's up?
I actually felt that way after the 2 orientation sessions, and it was quantum after the first real session. And I've been feeling that there's a shift in you, even though you're still you, but I feel that there's a shift in you that has really been bringing it more than before. And the way that you are presenting it, because I've been in a lot of programs, and they're awesome. I've had lots of changes, but this is so quantum that I can hardly figure out where. I mean, it's like I have to go, whoa, 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 whoa. I have to, it's like all coming at me at once. It's like everything got released and I have to grab at it and say, okay, well, why, what was that about? I am feeling personal power that I've never felt before, that I know that I'm going to have everything I want. And it's no joke. It's like I get up in the morning and I'm like, because we've done home play before. We've done, unpacking our bags and all that stuff. But this time, this home play, I don't know if it's how you presented it. I don't know what's going on in you, but that's how I felt.
Beautiful.
Is that it's coming across in a way that it's never come across before.
All right, beautiful.
And it's fun.
I'm digging it too. Okay, so Karen, let's you and me play together for a minute. Now, everybody. So my daughter's here. I love this girl. I loved her before she was born. I mean, that's my heart right there. A big chunk of my heart sitting there. And she and I were apart from each other for quite a while. And when we rejoined, a few years ago, I told her I said, listen, there's no space between us, no distance between us. When we are back together, it's going to be more like it never was apart for a millisecond, you know, and we've been closer and closer and closer and closer and closer and closer. And she's finally at the point in her life where she's ready to do this stuff. She sees what I do. I'm not speaking for her, and she will flip the bird in an instant. If I say something inaccurate, like, Dad, wait a minute. Okay, she'll do what's necessary. Not speaking for her. She reached this point where she sees that what I do is real. She's freaked out that I'm her dad. And she's ready to face her stuff and move through it. Okay? And before she was, I just left her the hell alone. I would try to make her deal with something she's not ready to deal with? Okay. So each and every one of us, just like Crystal, she's probably the youngest one in this group today. Every one of us is as ready as we are. Nobody's more ready than we are. And it don't matter how ready you tell yourself you are, irrelevant. You are exactly as ready as you are. And you can change that in 1 second by just deciding and then diving into the breath a little bit more and getting that dead rat in the mouth look off your face and actually, okay, wait, let me come. Okay. And I take every single moment as the infinite, unlimited moment. This thing that I've been preaching about and hinting about ever since the session started, like this being the moment, I live that virtually all the time. Every moment is the moment. So any conversation I'm in with Crystal, with Dev, with you, Karen, any conversation I'm in, being that my nonstop, constant, ever-present intention is making my life as awesome as it can be, allowing my infinite self to return, the delusions that are not me and that are artificial to be undone, and to elevate that for everybody that comes to me, knowing that they're me, because that is my primary focus in life. That's what I see along the way. So every moment is that. I can be watching a movie with Dev or sitting having a drink with Crystal, and a word is said, and I go, would you like to expand from that? And if the person in front of me says yes, that's what we do. So what I'm about to say to Karen, I'm saying to you, Denise, I'm saying it to you, Erica. And this is one of the trippiest concepts. The mind cannot get it. So just let yourself off the hook. Your mind won't get this. You can. So if you find yourself sitting thinking, wait, then you breathe deeper. Quit breathe deeper and let it dawn for you. Okay? In the morning, if anybody ever seen a sunrise? Technically, you haven't. You've actually seen the ball that you're on turning towards that other ball. But we call it a sunrise. Ooh. Wait a minute. There was something in that, wasn't there? There's no fucking sunrise. The ball you're on is turning towards that other ball. So you say, well, it kind of comes around the horizon. Well, in a way. When you started to see the sun peeking up over the horizon, did you have to like lean forward so the ball that you're on would turn better towards that one so you could see it more faster or anything? No, you just fucking, there it is. Here, it's dawning, right? Dawning. Well, think about that word dawning for a second. Now consider realization dawning. You don't have to figure it out. You don't have to, let me figure out this sunrise so that it can continue. No, just fucking be present and watch it. So, Karen, in what you just said, a shift in me. I concur. I am in a state of 24/7 shifting and expansion. I'm so devoted and so fanatical about it. I literally believe that I probably move more in my own consciousness in a week than the vast majority of people on this planet move in any 10-year period. Everything is dawning for me all the fucking time. Now, some of you, if you would take that one sentence that I just said and just replay it in your mind over and over and over and over again, breathing deeply. Right, Kate? Everything is dawning for me all the fucking time. While you're sitting there knowing everything and evaluating the next thing while remembering the last thing, I'm just sitting here letting everything dawn for me. There's no snapshots. There's no static states. So, yeah, I'm shifting all the fucking time. And at the same time, Karen, you are a very different Karen that's sitting in front of me in this program than you were in the last program. So what's really kind of an interesting, trippy thing now, this is where, you know, this whole thing, like, oh, shit. I'm the only one here. I am the one. Now, not just Brian, the one that animates Brian and that is the only one here. And everyone that I ever see and smell and taste and experience, and every flavor, every human, every rock that I step across, every breath that I breathe, everything that comes for me, which there's no things here, is all myself. So every person that reflects in front of me is myself. And the same is true of you. This is where the mind just goes, wait. Everyone is the only one here. So when you learn, when you relearn, and when you unlearn how not to, remember, I'm the center of the universe. I'm the only one here. I am completely, absolutely the limitless self. And so is everything else. A lot of people scared to death, mostly because of Christian upbringing. Most people scared to death to admit that they're the center of the universe. I mean, come on, that's blasphemy. You're making yourself like God. That's the only unforgivable sin. You'll go to heck. And even if you've accepted Jesus as your very own personal savior, which means you're going to heaven, you won't get in the good seats of heaven. You'll be like way up in the back where you can't even tell, is that Jesus or Moses down there on the stage? I don't know. I can't make out what they're saying either. It's so echoey up here in the cheap seats of heaven. This sucks. Forever? I got to deal with this forever? Fuck. I'm not talking about your little ego saying, I'm God. That's not what I'm talking about at all. I'm talking about letting go of it all so that the ego falls into its perfect place, serving the one. And from there, you never get deluded and be selfish in a detrimental way, because you actually remember everyone else is the only one too. And then it's a perpetual nonstop namaste festival. The infinite light in me sees and remembers the infinite light in everything. So Karen, there's a very different you sitting here. So while you're thinking something very different in you, Brian, I'm saying, honey, this is all your dream. Including a different, more advanced Brian's just your dream. You were ready for me to be as awesome as you're ready for me to be now. Before you were like, if he's that fucking awesome, it'll be too much for me, so I'm going to hold him to this level of awesome. And then when we get to that program, I'll be ready for that level of awesome. And I can take that while at the same time I'm saying, fuck you, I am more awesome than ever. Yes, I am. My gosh, golly. And you have nothing to do with it. That's my shit. So now, one thing, keep breathing. You can breathe deeper, Karen. You're still, up until this moment, you've still been perceiving it as coming at you. And now that it's so awesome, it's coming at you all at once. Was anybody else listening when she talked, or was it just me?
Kind of like release the hounds.
Right. Now, every one of those thoughts is a thought of reference from the past. And that will ever haunt us. I awaken to find that my only tormentor all along is that part of me left over from yesterday. I awaken to find my only tormentor all along is that part of me left over from yesterday. I awaken to find my only tormentor all along. Now, some of you are like, if he just get to the, because he said that before, if he get to the point that he's making, I would be, that you're missing it. My only tormentor all along. All those motherfucking assholes and sons of bitches and crazy fucktards. Democrats. Republic shitheads. Politicians. Parents. My only tormentor all along. Hidden behind the facade of all of them. My only tormentor all along was that part of me that I was dragging along from yesterday, which means I'm not present now. Oh my gosh, this is actually starting to make sense for the 3 seconds that I breathe deep enough and pay attention enough to hold it. Now, can I get back to my shit now? Oh. If you accept, and all of you, pretend to me and to yourselves that you actually accept that you are infinite, unlimited being projecting out of eternity into time. You all pretend that shit with me. And then you pretend it to yourselves as well. And when you go to ecstatic dance or yoga, you namaste everybody. We're one. Spiritual fucks, I call us. Okay? Pretending that you got it because you think that that's the way to get it. And then resenting yourself and faulting yourself when you're quiet because you don't actually have it. If you let in that you are the source of the universe and you are the universe is your body and you are the source of it all, then if there's anything that you ain't got that you want, the only possibility is that you are holding it away from yourself. You breathe a little deeper so you can get that a little bit more. The only possibility is check in. Don't ever, whatever you do, for God's sake, don't take Brian's word for anything ever. Just keep trying it on and breathing and feeling and seeing. You're the guru here. You create the whole thing. Who else could be holding it from you? Really? Now you acknowledge within yourself right here now, some parts of me still believe that there's somebody or something else holding it away from me. You admit it? Will you admit that to yourself? Just kind of let yourself off the hook. I get that I'm kind of getting that I am the source of it all, and therefore it's all mine and it's all me. And I'm going to acknowledge that there are little scared little parts of me. Very convinced. Because look at your childhood. No. No, 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 no. And don't ask again. Fuck, they got the power, I ain't. They say whether I get it or not. And sometimes that shit hurt, didn't it? So if you haven't processed all those feelings, kind of almost sort of makes sense. They might still be running. What do we do about that, Brian? I've got a clue for you. Become present, and your presence will expand beyond the illusion, and you will find the reality that you are creating it all, and that you can uncreate and alter anything. You have to be at the level of presence where you find your bigger hands that reach the further knobs. So care. The one who says it's all coming at me at once and it's a little overwhelming, and that emotion comes up, and I know I'm saying you already have everything you want. You already have it exactly the way you want it. Everything you're experiencing is exactly, flawlessly, perfectly the way you want it. Everyone is manifesting flawlessly, perfectly now, always. The question is, will you go to that next level of presence? Will you breathe that little bit, that little trace more on every inhale, and breathe out that little bit extra that gets that last bit of air out of the lower parts of your lungs that you've neglected. Bringing your diaphragm up to where you can basically taste it. And then let it move back down. Just once in a while, getting all the air out. And then consistently. So once you start to breathe consciously, once you start, and I got a strong feeling a whole bunch of you someday are going to start. Once you start to breathe in the way that serves you, you say, I got this in through the nose, out through the mouth. You got that shit, don't you, Karen? You got the in through the nose, out through the mouth. You can do that shit. Like, come on, man. That's not rocket science, Brian. Okay. You can even do the pretty much same duration in as out, can't you, Karen? Feel like a fucking champ. Look at me. I got that shit. Okay. And I can even some of the time make it where there's no stops or gaps or pauses. I can actually, for more than 4 seconds, go right at the top of the inhale. I'm already letting go. And at the very bottom of the exhale, I'm bringing, oh man, I got that. The next thing is to start to bring in a little bit more than you have been. Consistently a little bit more than you have been. And consistently letting out. Hey, babe. Deb, will you shut that door? I'm going to turn the air on. Thanks. Might as well do the kitchen one too. When you start to breathe a little bit, you begin to breathe in a way that supports you. Begin to come alive again. Side note that's very near the center. If this 12-week course, if all I did, we came on and we all committed to breathe together for an hour or so, and all I did was talk about the breath, it would be the most valuable course you've ever done. I guarantee. I guarantee. Because this ain't breath techniques. This is how to breathe to be alive. To actually come alive and wake up. I have so much more I want to convey and so many more things I want to help you with. I don't stay on the breath the whole time. I kind of almost wish that I was running 2 12-week programs together. On Tuesday, we meet and do the breath thing, and then on Thursday, we meet and do the stuff. Yeah. Some of you fuckers with no life, you'd show up, wouldn't you? That would be your life. And what a great life it would be. So when you start to get this, the next thing is to begin to breathe in such a way that you're bringing in more of the miracle that we've been calling air, oxygen, hydrogen, helium, atoms, blah, 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 none of which we have any fucking clue what it is. Quit having a fucking clue and let it dawn for you. Breathing enough in that everything, and then on the exhale, anybody ever have an orgasm? Anybody ever want to have an orgasm? You know, so that post-orgasmic, like, you know, no matter how you do it. Some of you, we don't want to talk about exactly how you do it. But whatever happens afterwards, right? Okay. Well, what if you just live there? Ultimately, life, exactly, Rich. Ultimately, life is an endless string of births and deaths. Every inhale is a birth, every exhale is a death. And if you breathe enough air out, and you really do that crazy shit I do, and then you really breathe enough in that you just keep sipping more without stopping. Man, that next exhale is like, it's such a relief. Who would like more relief in their real life? Okay, well, what the fuck are you cheating yourself every minute for? Why? Don't answer that. Now look at this. If someone was to count the yawns ever since, right when I started really harping on the breath, many started having these huge yawns. That is your unconsciousness departing. And guess what's left when your unconsciousness departs? Something else. You. Love, joy, peace. Presence, power, prosperity, light. And that light, presence, never has a perception of everything coming at it at once. How many of us don't let what we want in because we would feel scared about everything coming at us at once? How many of us that are holding back the majority of what we want are actually afraid, totally unconsciously afraid that shit will be coming at us and we won't know what to do? Because when we were little, something came at us and we didn't know what to do. And we've been defending ourselves from that. It happened once for 3 fucking seconds and we've been defending ourselves from it for the rest of our lives, constantly, unconsciously, with no presence left for getting what we want. Oh, diggity damn doodah. Did he just say that? Yeah, he did. He did. I was there when he said it. Everybody close your eyes for a moment, especially Karen, but Karen's everybody, so just do it anyway. Close your eyes, breathe. I want you to imagine light emerging in all directions simultaneously, inexhaustible. Light emerging in every direction simultaneously, inexhaustible. Flying outward, you could say, from a center in every direction simultaneously, and yet every point is the center. So every point is a center where light is radiating in every direction simultaneously without end, into itself, through itself, endlessly in all directions simultaneously without end. Now breathe and relax and see light. Oh, I see some pretty smiles on it. Keep breathing. Light expanding in all directions simultaneously without end. Now, why would you cheat yourself here? Close your eyes and breathe and relax. Breathing deep, slow and smooth and deep. And see light expanding in all directions simultaneously without end. When your mind wanders, just bring it right back. Oh yeah, light expanding in all directions simultaneously without end. So we'll start with a center, eyes closed, breathing deep, tuning in. And see, here's a center. And light is expanding in all, it's inexhaustible, like from some source of light that just inexhaustible. Wow. And it's spraying, radiating light in all directions simultaneously without end. And then suddenly I realize every place, every point is the center. And light is emerging and expanding from an infinite number, although there's no number because it's infinite, an infinite number of infinite centers, all inexhaustible, inexpressible light without end, in every direction simultaneously without end. That's you. That's the clearest picture you're going to get of yourself. So let that in for another minute. It's available to you right now to melt into a puddle of infinite orgasmic tears. If you just relax a little bit more and see this image of light expanding in all directions simultaneously without end, and you relax a little more and you breathe a little deeper, let that kind of just kind of come off of you. Wiggle your tailbone, wiggle your crown. Eyes closed, light expanding in all directions simultaneously without end. Inexhaustible light in all directions simultaneously without end. Infinite, unlimited light. Expanding in all directions, limitlessly, without end. In all directions. And every direction is the same direction. Now, I am. From that perspective, who or what could fly at you? That was just a perception. So everybody, I want you to come up with your own. Let's just do some freaking magic right now. Don't wait for the good shit. Let's do some magic right now. I want you to contemplate. I'm going to use Karen's phrase, although Erica, Peter, this is going to be your way. I want you to come up with the moment in your life of feeling that everything's coming at you, of fear, Rex, of something coming at you. Now listen to me. It could be the cops. It could be dad's slap flying at your cheek. It could be your brother jumping out at you from behind the wall when you were innocently on the way to the bathroom. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I want you to feel that you know that thing coming at you. Every one of us has more than one, right? Just relax enough to find it coming at me. It's coming at me. Something coming at me. And I go, I'm not safe. And I'm going to encourage you to find yours. Take this moment. The minute that you have one or many, it's coming at me. The minute you have one, just raise your hand and please keep it up. Keep it up. I want to see, keep it up. Please, everybody keep it up. I want to see when you have your something coming at me. Something I don't want. Something that's scaring me. Something's coming at me. Something scary. Something, maybe you were laying in bed and you imagined a monster in the closet or under the bed. It doesn't matter. You can feel that feeling of, oh shit, it's all coming at me. Something's coming at me. Life's coming at me. There was a moment when you were at your computer multitasking and too much was going on. Okay, now put your hands down and relax. And we're all going to say a few sentences out loud and breathe deep and feel. Please play along for yourself here. I retrieve all of my energies bound up in things coming at me. And I take all of those energies back to the perfect place in myself. Some of you are smiling already, so just feel that relief and keep breathing. Let that relief and relaxation move through. Some of you are like not sure. That's okay. Just breathe and stay present and trust. You might have memories come up. You might have feelings come up. You might have an image or wait, I don't know what that is. Doesn't matter. You stay present and breathe. That feeling of if I relax and let go, something's going to surprise me and hurt me. Can't let my guard down. It's coming at me. Yeah. Just breathe for another minute with that. Be present. Don't be patient. Be present. Don't be in a rush. Next sentence. I remove all non-me energy do it like you mean it, related to this idea of something coming at
Related to this idea of something coming at me.
From all my cells, from all of my bodies, and from my personal space. And I send it back to where it came from. Breathing deep. Relaxing. In this moment, while you're breathing and staying totally present, you know what we're doing right here. Light expanding in all directions simultaneously. With a personality and with a seeming separate awareness that has the ability to set up an infinite number of mirrors to make it look like anything, including things coming at me. The infinite unlimited light arising from an inexhaustible source, which I am, the source and the light. Through my personality, through my programming, I can set up an infinite number of mirrors, each of course made of light, that will make shapes appear in the mirror, even though it's all light and it's all me. That shit will not look like me, and it will look like it's coming at me. And oh my God, what a dance and what a party I can have. Holy fuck, what a trip. What if everything that ever was coming at me was actually my own light, which I had unconsciously, not rememberingly, shaped into mirrors of made of the same light, because light's the only thing here, shaped into mirrors that actually made it look like some of it was darkness. And ooh, who knows what's hiding in the darkness? And what if I've been actually afraid of that delusion the entire time? What if so much of what I don't experience right now that I want to experience is really, literally only a direct result of the fact that I'm blocking that light from getting to me because I had a moment where I was convinced it was bad or scary? Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Next sentence. I retrieve all of my energies bound up in all of my reactions to something coming at me. And I take all those energies back to the perfect place in myself. Breathing deep. Breathing deep, staying with it. Light expanding in all directions simultaneously. I am. Endless source of light, inexhaustible. Expanding from eternity into this illusion of time and space. Time and space is a construction made out of light that I projected out of eternity into this illusion so that I could have experience of separation and all this other trippy shit that I would think that I wish that I could have, what I want, but I already am it, and I've just been holding it away. So, along the way, I'll bet you that I probably decided that there would be consequences, like punishments, maybe. Inevitable eventualities, consequences, outcomes. So, next sentence. I retrieve all of my energies bound up in any ideas of consequences, punishments, outcomes, inevitabilities related to things coming at me. And I take those energies back to the perfect place in myself. Perhaps I'm ready and willing. You don't have to say this out loud. Feel free if you want to. Perhaps I'm ready to actually begin to allow everything to dawn and emerge as it does, as it is. I wonder how much of my energy I might have been devoting to actually blocking all of the stuff that's emerging for me as I interpreted it as a threat, as a danger, as something coming at me. So I blocked it before it ever got a chance to shine its gift to me. How many times when someone sat down and began to talk, and I was thinking about what I was going to do next, what I was going to go next, I did everything I could to prevent them from saying what I thought they were going to say that was going to hurt me. Oh, of course, I let myself off the hook here. But anyway, so I wonder how many times events were happening and I stopped and went back to bed because I was afraid it might lead to something I don't want. How often someone that I love, someone that loves me, and they said, honey, we need to talk. And I went, can we do this later? And I missed the gift. I blocked the gift. I prevented the gift. How many glorious sunrises have I prevented from dawning into my experience? Ooh, and what if I realized that it's all actually still here now waiting for me? I didn't actually lose anything. So if you just take a look now at all the things that you've blocked, all the things you've resisted, all the things you've resented, and remember, resentment means I sent it back. I resent it. It came to me and I said, oh, fuck no, I'm sending this shit back. Every time you resent anything, every resentment that you have, you simply sent it back and refused it. Well, it's still sitting there waiting for you. And it ain't back. So if you'll take a look at everything you've ever resented, everything you've ever resent, everything you've ever regretted, everything that you have ever blocked, every sunrise you have ever turned and run back towards the shade where, I don't want nothing coming at me here. Every conversation you've prevented, every gift you have denied yourself unknowingly because you thought you were pushing a threat away. Take a really good look and be really curious and really breathe on that for a moment. And if you look at it all and with gentleness and kindness, as if you were speaking to a baby that you just found on the side of the road, hungry and scared, and you picked it up and held it, and all of your compassion came alive. Speak with the same voice you would speak to that baby and say, look what I created. Say it out loud. Look what I created. You're looking at that life of infinite light expanding in all directions simultaneously in all the ways that you ever shut it down, denied it, reflected, and resented. That light had to go out, hit some other mirrors, and bounce back again, didn't it? Look what I created. That was me. That was me. Yeah, that was me. Feel your body as you let that in. Yeah, lots of necks twisting, a lot of spines saying, ooh, I could let go of something right about here, right now. I don't need that anymore. Next sentence out loud. I forgive myself anyway.
I forgive myself.
Now feel that. I mean, what the hell? I was a little child scared to death. Of course, what the fuck else was I going to do? And I'm talking about, yes, I am talking about yesterday when I was an asshole. I was just a scared child. I forgive myself anyway. What else could I have done? Feeling what I was feeling, believing what I was believing, perceiving what I was perceiving because I was knowing what I was knowing. What the hell else could I have done other than what I did? Of course, I forgive myself completely. And I am so much more willing to understand everybody else's crazy now. Look at all the sunrises they've been pushing away. Feel that relaxation. Feel that relief. Feel that. And don't cheat yourself. Why not let that dawn? Just let it. Move your ass. Wiggle your tailbone. If that's what you feel, if you feel something letting go, why would you resist that sunrise now? Breathe through it and let it move. Let it move. You don't know how different it will be after this. How much more you? How much more allowing of what you actually want? How much more calm so that as things arise, you realize it's not coming at you. You're emerging into it, baby. And it is you. What if that thing that you kept resenting was actually doing its best to bring you the biggest gift that you've been asking for fucking decades? Oh, diggity damn doodah. Did he just say that? Oh, yes, he did. Next sentence. Looking out at all of those things now. You're looking out at everything that you did, everything you created, every blocked sunrise, every resentment, every mirror that you thought was a badness, that you actually, it was just a mirror you made out of light so you could have this experience. And you say, I choose peace. I choose peace. And when you say it, Charlotte, do it. I choose peace. I choose peace. And what's implicit in that statement, I choose peace? I'm actually consciously more than ever as I breathe and as I relax and as I relieve and as I release. And I see the light expanding in all directions simultaneously without end from an inexhaustible source, which is an inexhaustible source of sources that I am. All light expanding in all directions simultaneously out of this eternal, incomprehensible unspeakableness into this illusion of time and space for experience. It's all me. It's all me. I created mirrors. Karma, the whole karma thing. In a way, we could say all of karma is just the structure of mirrors that I created out of light so that I could have this crazy fucking experience. So if I created karma, I can uncreate karma. If I created the illusion of threats, I can dissolve that illusion and realize it's all me shining through me, as me, for me, me. Inexhaustible. I can rearrange those mirrors anytime, but not while I'm tensely fighting them. I can rearrange all the mirrors. I can just dissolve the mirrors back into fucking light. In fact, we just did some of that. Oh. I can unmake those mirrors as much as I want. I can rearrange the mirrors into a shape more pleasing and more preferable to myself. To where even my very concept of myself is completely released. Do I really want to resent anything from this moment forward? Am I willing to expand my definition of resent and to say, I don't think I want to do that anymore. I might pass, when someone hands me rotten, moldy fucking cranberry sauce at the table, I'll pass. But I don't have to throw it in their face or run screaming from the room. It's coming at me. The devil cranberry sauce is coming at me. No. I'll pass. I prefer this. Ooh, I choose peace. I choose peace. Everyone that I resented, everyone that I resisted was me showing up with a gift for myself. That irritating damn Brian constantly, be here now, presents, every presents. And listen, this is always the good shit, blah, 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 blah. You're always in a state of infinite, unlimited possibilities. It's only the light expanding in all directions, simultaneously, nonstop. Become present to that and watch. Brian, as soon as you help me handle all these things that are constantly coming at me, I will have time to be present with you. You're missing the whole thing, baby. You become present and realize there is nothing coming at you. You will never realize that until you become present. And the minute that you become present, you realize, oh my God, there's nothing coming at me. I awakened to find my only tormentor all along was the mirrors that I set up and forgot yesterday. And I've been running from a monster that was actually myself wearing what looked to me like a scary mask, chasing me to give me the ultimate gift. What if the person who on your 73rd birthday murders you? What if that person is you giving yourself the ultimate gift? What if in that moment that they stick the knife in or shoot you in the head and you open your eyes on the other side and you laugh the ultimate laugh? I don't have to go back and learn those lessons again. I don't choose to go back and play that game again. Everybody breathe for a minute. So there's a Hindu saying that goes something like, if you swat a fly and kill it while it's flying, it doesn't know, it just keeps on flying. I'm going to say that one again and again to you. If you swat a fly and kill it while it's flying, it doesn't even know, it just keeps on fucking flying without its body. And I'm telling you, so do you. You created a world that believes in death and has all these movies and songs about death so that you can be scared to death. Wait, scared of death. Wait, anyway, fuck. Infinite light shining in all directions simultaneously, inexhaustibly, from the source, which is both the source and the light, and everything that will ever be made out of the light, all of which will come into form, pass through form, and go out of form. Ain't no death in that equation, baby. There's no loss in that equation. There's nothing coming out at you in that equation. Are you willing to let yourself see it and feel it and have the benefit and the experience? Are you willing? Have you suffered enough? Can today be the day? Do you not have to wait till the end of the program and then regret and resent that you did another stupid fucking program? Could you just like let yourself surrender today? This is actually the shit. This is the real fucking deal. You actually found it. You're here. It's okay. You can have it. Crystal, you willing to let yourself realize, holy shit, I manifested this for a dad. What the fuck? I must be unbelievably, incredibly powerful. Are you ready, Renita, to say, you know what? I could say I did this when I'm 68, 69 years old. I could say that. The fact is now, here I am letting it in. Who gives a shit about any of that? All that other stuff was just the mirrors that I set up. When you realize you live an infinite number of lifetimes without ever wearing out any of your infinite, unlimited lifetimes, you actually realize there's no scarcity even of time. Well, I don't want to have my ultimate breakthrough in my late 60s because fuck, I will have wasted my whole life. What? As soon as I handle these issues with money and business, I'll be ready to let this breakthrough in. So then I'll be able to enjoy it. That don't make no sense. As soon as I handle all these things that are coming at me, I will be ready to become president. That's how you've been keeping it away from yourself. I choose presence now. Now watch how your next conversation goes when you've chosen presence. Watch how you respond to your money situation when you've chosen presence. You're in a very empowered place to be able to actually, when you're present, you are the source of that light that's expanding in every direction simultaneously without end. You can actually allow yourself to become so present that you become aware of yourself as that. You want to? You ready to? All right, so I want you to very, very slowly, those of you who were cooperative today and had your eyes closed, I want you to very, very slowly get ready to open your eyes. Don't be in a rush. Take it easy. Move your awareness up into the center of your head, behind your eyes, and just a little bit up. Behind your eyes, in the middle of your head, just a little bit up. Move your awareness into that space. Feel the inside of your head. Look out through closed eyes for a minute before you open your eyes. Look out through closed eyes. Breathe in deep. Feel what it's like. You can actually feel, wait a minute, I'm actually using my eye muscles and everything, but my eyes are closed. This is trippy. So look with closed eyes. Soon you're going to be seeing without your eyes and realizing that you always were. And then just gently and slowly open your eyes and be ready for a very different world. Now, as you might already guess, you will be able to go through this experience again. If you go through this experience on the replay again, as if you didn't just go through it now, you go through it like it was your first time, and it will be your first time, you will get way more out of it the second time and the third time. So Karen, I'm done with you for the moment. Thank you, love.
Could I say something?
Huh?
Could I say something?
Please.
Okay, back in early 2000, I went to a David Icke seminar. And I was
in early
able
2000.
to
What?
I went to a David Icke seminar.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Brave woman.
And I was able, believe me, he was phenomenal. And he invited me to sit down with him afterwards and talk. So he said some things to me that I thought were quite profound until I met you. And what he told me was that, because at that point I was about 10 years into my self-help crap, and he told me not to think outside the box because there is no box. He told me not to have a belief system because as soon as you have a belief system, your brain won't let anything in. And he told me that everything was love, amongst other things. But these are the things now that I bring up because of you, because in the last, during these sessions of this program, I can't get it out of my head that I feel like he should work with you, because the piece that he doesn't have is what you have with the spell breaks, because he's phenomenal, but it doesn't really go anywhere. I've listened, I've purchased other seminars online, and even he did some of the stuff that he told me that night. He did a love seminar several years ago, and I was like, yeah, that's the stuff he was teaching me, but it didn't change me. But you've changed me. What you've taught me has changed me.
What I've shared with you is assisting you to change.
Yes, but I just wish I could get you two together, because
Okay,
man,
well,
I think
hang on a minute. First of all, you got no motherfucking business wishing anything. You are infinite, unlimited being, capable of everything. You have no fucking business wishing anything. And I'm not just talking to you, Karen.
gotcha.
Everybody that wishes and hopes anything, you are so full of shit. You infinite, unlimited being, capable of everything, creating the universe in its entirety a septillion times a fucking second, and you wish something, fucking do it. Just do it. Quit wishing. Now, Karen, Deb and I have talked, a couple of people nodded when you said, I have the missing thing that David doesn't have. A couple people nodded, and Dev and I have talked about this many times. I mean, I got his 700 something page, everything you need to know, but we're never told. I got it sitting in front of me. I read it, and at the end of it, I was like, the second half of this book is spell breaking. What are you doing, David? Like, I fucking love David. I have infinite admiration and respect for David. The second half of the book ain't there. He ends by, his last word is, so love everybody. Like, dude, wait, what? So just do it. I mean, if that's what you want to do, reach out, get to David and say, dude, check out Brian's shit, and you guys do something together. If that's what you want to do, then he'll decide.
I'll do it. I haven't talked to him in years, but I will.
Yeah, you ain't got no business
Yeah.
wishing for anything. I don't
that.
even know what you're talking about.
Okay. You know, and I didn't even hear myself say that. So.
Well, no infinite being. You can't be consciously crazy. No, you can't be present and wishing. You can't be present and hoping. Everybody hear me. Now, this is one of those things. This is one of those things where this is the last minute of the session here. Okay, and I dropped this little thing. This little couple sentences. You can't be present and wish. You can't be present. That was a little incidental. No, that's more than you get in most programs. If you would take that and explode it and develop it and contemplate, you can't be present and wish. You can't be present and hope. So what that tells you, Karen, is breathe deeper.
Yeah. I can feel the difference too.
All right. Thank you, love. All right, everybody listen.
Thank you.
You're infinitely welcome. All right, check it out, everybody. I have a super hot date tonight with 2 chicks. And I have a rather much fuller than usual day today. Nothing's coming at me. I have a rather full day. So rather than, I always commit to an hour session. It's usually 2 or 3 fucking hours. We're only an hour and a half in. Still, I'm going to end this one, okay? You got more than you need today, okay? You got it. Yeah, you got that right, Rex. So what I would encourage you to do, I am going to upload this as quickly as possible. Haven't I been great this program about getting those darn things uploaded? Man, last couple Freedom 7s, 3 days later, oh, you were going to upload it, dude? Hello. All right, so I'm not going to read the chat. Forgive me. If you were paying attention today, it doesn't matter. All right? Dive into the replay of this as soon as you can. And this is going to be the ultimate challenge for you. When you watch it, forget that you watched it. Will you forget that you just forget? I haven't. Oh, a new session. I don't remember this one. And start like brand new, breathing deep. When this session starts playing, I want you to go into the highest presence you've ever had, breathing so deep, and maintain it the entire session. And watch what happens. Some of you have been paying more in the program over the last several days. I've had a few people who said, either publicly they said it or they private messaged me and said, I'm getting so much more out of the program. I listened to what you said, Ryan. I got so much more out of the program than I could have expected. Here's some more money. Now, nobody that paid full price for the program, which was ridiculously underpriced, none of them have paid extra. I welcome that too. I'm listening. I got no issues. Besides, Dev wants me to take her out to fucking eat tonight. So, I'm all for that. Some have actually gone on Facebook and made public posts about, oh my God, what this guy's doing. Holy shit. Okay. Those of you that are posting in the group your most unbelievable breakthroughs and praise for me in the program, do that shit publicly and tag me so people can see it. If you're telling us in the group, it's great, but you're telling the choir. So we want to tell them, so that they can come give me money too. Selfish bastard. That's right. I'm selfless quite enough. I'm totally cool being very selfish. I recommend the same for you. Make time over the next few days to watch some of the orientation sessions or all of them. Give yourself a marathon. Now I have one final recommendation before I wrap and go get even busier. Very unusual for me to do this. On a rare occasion I do. Listen up. If you have not seen the second Lego movie, you you have to go see. Okay, but before you do, if you didn't see the first Lego movie, or if you think you didn't like the first Lego movie, listen to me. This is so unusual to come from me like this. if you watch the first Lego movie and you really go into it with as much presence as you come, no, fuck, don't. Come to watch it with way more presence than you've been bringing to the session, okay? If you watch the first Lego movie, if you get past the unbelievable weirdness and uniqueness of the first 15 or 20 minutes, not thinking, what is this, what is that, you watch it with presence, you get past those first 15 or 20 minutes, and then you actually hold the presence through the whole movie, you're going to be blown away and you're going to be changed. Then go watch the second one. You're going to be, in a way, almost wasting your time watching the second one. Okay? These two movies are one of the greatest miraculous experiences Dev and I, each individually and together, have ever had. I'm just like, I'm so grateful that I reached the point, just like Karen reached the point in herself, that she was ready to let the more better Brian show up. I'm so grateful that I reached the point, because I could think, wow, somebody made a movie like that. No, I made the fucking movie. I made that shit show up when I was ready for someone to actually make a movie that was that incredibly full of love and magic. Okay? Make the time for it. And thank me later. Make sure you use my affiliate link when you go to Fandango to purchase your movie tickets. I'm just kidding. All right. Light expanding in all directions simultaneously, without end, from the inexhaustible source that you are. Nothing coming at you except you. Now, if you relax, then fucking embrace yourself when you get there. All right, so I'm gonna unmute everybody. Wait a minute, who that? Hey, Duncan. Aloha, buddy. Good to see you, man. All right, so let me unmute everybody so we can all have a nice aloha on the way out. Okay, I hit unmute and not everybody unmuted. How did that? Wait. There it is. Aloha, everybody.
Aloha.
Aloha. Aloha, everyone. Aloha, everyone.
Aloha, everybody.
Everyone,
Valentine's Day.
take care now.
Aloha.
See you next week.
Bye.
Aloha.
Welcome.
Bye.